I hate coming on here and ripping officiating because it's not easy to do. However, in the final 5 minutes of this basketball game today, I picked out 3 moments that the Raptors got absolutely royally screwed. Now, would they have won the game? I'm going to lean on the no side. They had the lead, they looked exhausted, and they didn't really have it near the end. So would they end up winning that game anyways? Probably not. But it's the premise of it. The refs trying to make their mark on this game. Usually I start with going, the game scores and how we do in each quarter. But I have to start with that final 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. There's one play, right? The Raptors are having a tough time defensively in the second half. And then you look at the offense really struggling in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. But Thaddeus Young, right? Pressing his guy up high beyond the three-point line. Battling him. And you're thinking, man, attaboy Thad. And then they get the over and back call, and we're like, big time job for Thad, Raptor ball. Then the referee, okay? The girl is on the other side. She's basically right on the middle line. Right? And so she sees the over and back. So she sees the contact. But the official is over here on the other side of the court, which is the side where the play was happening. But he can't see the deflection because the ball goes the other away from him. Not sure why he overturns the call and gives it back to Indiana. That should have been Raptor basketball. There was no touching it at all by Thaddeus Young. He did not touch it one bit. It should have been over and back. Raptor should have got the ball there. But that's the least of our worries, right? Because I don't think they score on that possession. But again, that's one possession the Raptors could have possibly scored. And I believe all of this started with being only down by 3. It's a one-possession game. Now, yes, you were up by a bunch. You did fall apart. But it's a one-possession game, and you could have gotten another possession. You did not there. We move forward. And Halliburton, looking for the screen, gets one. Boucher gets pushed off. He did get a screen. It was highly illegal because it's funny. There was nobody guarding Halliburton. You know why? Because they were taken up in the illegal screen. They look at the replay and we're like, oh my God. Like, it's blatantly obvious Boucher got held up there on the illegal screen. Not sure why that happens. He drills the 3, puts them up 6. So there's 2 instances. Then their guy drives baseline right to the 10. Boucher sets up, takes the charge. No whistle goes. Then Then Miles Turner gets inside and goes, and just kind of flails up in the air, and he gets 2 free throws. That's a 5-point swing and an extra possession in the final 5 minutes of a game in a one-possession game at the time. Crucial moments. And they're blown calls. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that is the reason the Raptors lost. Because, look, there are quite a few reasons. 1, you didn't shoot the ball well enough. 2, you don't have Fred. You don't got Pascal. I know Precious hasn't been great this year. You don't have Precious. You are kind of grabbing at straws here for scoring. But when you're getting those calls, it just helps the other squad. And it's painful to watch. It really is. So let's break down the game in its entirety real quick. First quarter, it's kind of back and forth, right? And you end up trailing by 2 after 1 quarter of play, but it's a one-possession game. You're right there. And in the second quarter, your defense stays locked down tight. Really good job on switches, contesting their 3s, getting out and running. Raptors drop 39 in the quarter, plus 15 in the second quarter, and you were up by 13 at the break. Shout out Malachi Flynn, who had a really nice play there to end the first half, which I'm going to touch on, or which obviously I was going to use the highlight for that. But I might actually use that on the Halliburton 3 on the illegal screen right when I said that, because it's bad, and there's definitely going to be a highlight of that, so I can easily grab that thing. And then you come out in the third quarter, right? You're up 13, but second night of a back-to-back. You don't have Fred. You don't have Pascal. You got to sort of just stay digging in defensively. They can shoot a 3 at will. So And they can get back in this game quickly. And they did. They ended up getting back to 2, and we're like, geez, really not good there. The Raptors end up building it back up a little bit, but you're still -5 in the frame. You allow 30, you only drop 25. And the Raptors' lead is now 8? 7? They're up by 13, -5. Yeah, 8-point lead heading into the fourth. You're in an okay spot. Find a way to close strong. And obviously they don't. They couldn't get shots to fall. They couldn't make their threes. And they had trouble getting stops. The Raptors allowed 6, after allowing just, 52, I believe it was, in the first half. You allow 66 in the second. And you lose by 14, 118, 104. Is that right? I saw 113, 104. I don't know. I kind of turned it off after I saw these 3 abysmal fouls that led to like 9 points or whatever it was. And the Raptors now dropped to 7-7. They're 500. And they've lost these 2 games to OKC and Indiana. And you don't have your 2 All-Stars now. It is not a good sight for Toronto Raptor fans right now. And you dropped that fourth quarter, by the way, 36-14. -22 in the final quarter. That's tough. Let's get to the player stats. On the positive side of things, Thaddeus Young. Phenomenal job. Got put in the starting role, obviously with Christian Koloko not playing great recently. Thad Young gets the start, and he did a phenomenal job. 15 points, 5 boards, 1 assist on 6 of 10 shooting, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, had 3 steals in the game. I mean, Thad just did a phenomenal job for what he got asked to do. OG, look, you needed him to score, and he did. 26 points, couple boards, 3 dimes on 9 of 16 shooting, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. It was 2 of 7 from 3, and he gave you 1 steal and 2 denials. But this is where it drops off. And the talk about Scotty Barnes' struggles is going to continue to build. And is it the ankle problem? Like, that's always going to come up. But I don't think it's the issue. He had 8 points, 9 boards, 5 assists today, which is an alright stat line. But he shot 4 of 16 and was 0 of 4 from 3. Gave you 2 steals and a block, that's great. But didn't make shots. So he had a really tough night. And speaking of really tough night, Gary Trent Jr. didn't even play 20 minutes in the game. With about 3:50 to go in the fourth quarter, Nick Nurse takes him off the floor. He does not see it again. You know why? I didn't even write down his scoring totals because it wasn't great. But I just wrote down 1 of 13 from the field, 4 of 6 from the line, 0 of 5 from 3. In a game where you don't have Fred and you don't have Pascal, you need shooting. You need Gary Trent Jr. to knock down shots, especially threes with Fred out and Pascal. You didn't get that. He didn't make a 3. He made 1 field goal. That's why he didn't play 20 minutes in the game. Chris Boucher, back-to-back games, loving the energy. 19.7 boards, did shoot 6 of 17, was 5 of 7 from the line, and does get a little happy from 3, was 2 of 8 from 3. He took 8 threes. Dude took more threes than OG. He had a steal and a denial. Delano Ban, I'm not sure why Delano and Malachi didn't play a little bit more. Delano 14 points, couple boards. 5 of 8 shooting, was 2 of 2 from the line, 2 of 3 from 3. And he was a +4 on the floor, but he only played 13 minutes. So that was a little interesting. And Malachi, the shooting was a little right? But 8 points, couple boards, 1 dime, 3 of 9 from the field. 1 of 1 from the line, 1 of 5 from 3. Had a steal and a denial, but he was a +10 in 22 minutes. And those guys didn't touch the floor at the end of the game when the offense was royally struggling. Which I would have liked to see a little bit. But it is what it is. Team stats, yeah, they're ugly. Raptors at one point were shooting over 50% from the field. They were shooting near 40% from 3. We're like, all right, a decent start here. Well, 39% from the field, 20% from 3 at 7 for 35, and they were 79% from the free throw line. Whereas the Indiana Pacers shot 50% from the field, 44% from 3. They made 19 threes. They made 12 more threes than the Toronto Raptors did today. 12! It was painful, man. Really painful. And they were 74% from the free throw line. You were also -5 on the glass. However, you were +5 in the offensive glass, and off of those second chance points, you were +5 there. +9 in turnovers, right? 29. Raptors created 21 turnovers, right? They turned the ball over only 12 times. You were okay there. And points off of turnovers, you were +7. But they were, again, -6 in the fast break. Now, is that a credit to, Fred not giving the outlet passes, because that's a big thing of his, or Pascal running the floor? Obviously, it's a big thing when Pascal's not out there. These guys are having a tough time. And you're asking guys who are not particular scorers to be scorers. And your scorers aren't scoring. Gary's not shooting the ball well at all. Scotty, I don't know. He's having a really tough time from the field. His field goal percentages and all that stuff have plummeted. And you're starting Thad Young. Love Thad. Love what he brings. Is he a guy I want to see out there like 35 minutes a night playing crunch time minutes? As a facilitator, not really. No, I don't. But it's all you had for tonight. And the good news for the Raptors, you don't play tomorrow. Bad news, you play Dwane Casey next. In Detroit, Monday, 7 p.m. And, look, I don't know what else to say. The talk has been the Raptors haven't started on time recently. Well, they started on time today. They just didn't close it. They looked exhausted. And they're getting asked to do a lot. Guys that really aren't used to doing this stuff, they're getting asked to do more. And that's tough. Especially in a back-to-back where you have to travel from OKC to Indiana, which is wild. All you got to do is just take it and move on. At this point, it was ugly. I yelled. I screamed. I did what I need to do because of the officiating. It was appalling in the final 5 minutes. It is what it is. You know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the mini rage today, I didn't expect to do that after the 13-point lead at the half, but once I saw the final 5 minutes, I'm like, okay, yeah, needs to happen. I need to let it all fly. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the one. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game for the Toronto Raptors? The Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM, all that great stuff. The Discord link is down below, so follow up there, guys. Go chat up in the Discord. People keep coming on in the chat, and I love seeing it. Let's keep it going. Let's build this community up a little bit more. The link is in the description there. And as for the Instagram link, it's also down below. And I will talk to you guys Leafs decision very shortly as they won a game. Thank God one of the teams won today. I could not go 2 straight days with both teams losing both games. It would have been real painful. We'll talk about that very shortly. I need to get this Raptor one out of the way for my mental state. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys Leafs. They beat Vancouver 3-2 tonight in Toronto. And as for the Toronto Raptors, their next contest is in Detroit, taking on the Pistons on Monday night, 7 o'clock tip-off there. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching and going through this pain with me. We'll talk to you guys then.